right. Welcome back to Q Live here in Palm Springs, California. And we have a local celebrity, Jessica Pack, who teaches right here in Palm Springs, California.
Yes, I do. I'm right at James Workman Middle School.
How far is that from literally where we are at this second?
That's like probably 10 miles. I'm a little
It's a big
challenged
district.
spatially, but yeah, I mean, it's close enough. Palm Springs Unified.
That's awesome. And I heard you were a teacher of the year. Now, was that in your district, the county, the state?
All of the above, actually.
You won. You ran the table.
I did. I was a 2014 California Teacher of the Year.
That's awesome.
Super fun.
And
yeah.
what grade do you teach?
I teach 6th grade Language Arts and Social Studies,
Perfect.
and I teach 6, 7, 8 combination video production and leadership class.
We're like a mirror of each other. It's like I'm looking in a mirror. I used to be a middle school teacher, taught 7th grade core, 8th grade core, social studies, language arts, and digital technologies.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but we're separated by a few years, I think.
Maybe just
I've
a
got
few.
way more gray than you. You're doing a session here,
Yes,
right?
I just finished a session.
And how'd it go?
It was amazing. We had such great participants. It's called Going Rogue, Defeat the Dark Side by
I
Making
saw that
Better
one.
Video.
I wish I could have gone because you use a Star Wars reference. I usually have to go to those.
Is there any such thing as a session without a Star Wars
Well,
reference?
not a good
I
one.
mean,
Not a good one.
Yeah.
Clearly. So, give us the high level, like 30-second pitch on what was in that session.
Our session today was all about how to build digital and visual literacy skills in kids so that the products that they're creating student video-wise are a little more elevated and they're better able to communicate their message with a global audience.
Meaning you're trying to get depth there, right? You're trying, not just like, hey, create a video. It's something with a purpose.
Yeah, it's intentional skill building of a visual nature so that the quality is just elevated and the production value is elevated.
So what's
we're
an
talking
example
about
of a skill?
Film angles, being able to have a common lexicon for how we're referring to different angles, the anatomy of a scene, how do you put it together so that the end product is more compelling to watch, basically.
I love it. And I'm assuming you had examples to share from your classroom. So tell us a story of one project that you thought was particularly interesting to your kids.
I would say that the personal stories are always the stories that I remember the most. I give my students lots of reps and repeated attempts at filmmaking, but it's always the stories where they're sharing parts of themselves that I wouldn't get to know otherwise that are probably the most touching. So, for example, one of my students several years ago had a cousin that passed away tragically in an unfenced pool. And so she came to me just a few weeks after it happened and said that she wanted to be able to share a message with a broad audience to put a fence around their pools, which here in Palm Springs, almost every other house has a pool.
Yeah.
And many of them are not fenced. So she really leveraged that tragedy in her life to be able to share a compelling message that was well put together with great production value to be able to affect change in a real way.
And was that shared with the community? Did it get an audience?
Yeah, yep. It's posted on our classroom YouTube channel, which if you just search Jessica Pack on YouTube, it's right there on the channel. And then it also was acknowledged at the Digicom Student Film Festival.
Nice.
And they actually donated $1,000 to a local relief fund in her name and in her cousin's name.
That is awesome.
So it was great, yeah.
I mean, those are the sorts of things that we're all after, right? Which is a real, meaningful, rich experience that is grounded in something somebody's passionate about,
Yes.
and that makes learning come alive, right?
Absolutely, and I think it's really important for our students who are less enfranchised and have not as much of a voice. For example, most of my students are socioeconomically disadvantaged, and many of them are of a Hispanic background, and no one is necessarily looking at them all the time saying, you have a voice, you have a message, let's use it, let's publicize it. And for me, the empowerment that student film brings, it makes everything worth it.
So I'm assuming you're doing more than film. Are there other kinds of media that you love for storytelling?
I do. I'm starting to get really into gamification, actually.
Nice.
I'm getting my master's in ed tech at Boise State University right now, and Professor Chris
You're
Haskell.
flying up to Boise probably every day. Because that's
yeah,
how you
no.
have to do it, face-to-face? Oh, no, it's online.
Online.
Yeah.
But Dr. Chris Haskell has been really instrumental in introducing me to Minecraft, and I'm starting to get into machinima with some of my AV students. So it's opened up.
Some people may not know what machinima is. Why don't you tell them? It's been around for a long time. It's a lot of fun.
Machinima is movie making within a video game, essentially. So all of those great visual literacy skills we're able to leverage within a video game environment so that we're telling stories more effectively in a medium that really appeals to students.
So for example, actually going into Minecraft,
Yes.
recording what you see on screen
Absolutely.
as the characters, as the set, as everything, right? The conflict, and then coming back and narrating it and turning it into a story.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's mixed media, et cetera. Kids love
It
that.
is. And there's a whole lot of app smashing that goes into that, and just the type of critical thinking that it engages kids on a level that they wouldn't be engaged otherwise.
That's very, very cool. What's next? What are you getting excited about now that maybe something you've seen here at Q or you've been thinking about that you want to try with your classroom?
What's next for me is gamification and taking that to the next level in my classroom. I'm building quest-based learning on 3D game labs to accommodate the new social studies standards that are going to be launched by California. So I'm really excited and intrigued by the idea of leveraging all of the best parts of gaming and using them to enhance the classroom experience. So
That's awesome.
that's my direction.
So I'll ask you the same thing I ask most people, which is you're doing some great work. It's awesome. You've been recognized, which is always nice. But a lot of times people come to Q and they see these amazing things and like, oh, I can't do that, right? Or where do I start? What's the one thing you would say to people, other teachers out there who think, that's really cool, I want to do that? What's the first place you'd have them start or the first piece of advice you'd give them?
I'd say the first most important piece of advice is to let go of fear, because I think fear is our greatest inhibitor as professionals, and that's what keeps us in a sage on the stage type of instructional approach.
We are sages on the stage right now.
You know what, touche. But that's what really keeps us from chasing our dreams as professionals and what keeps our kids from dreaming bigger. So just benching the fear and taking a risk and going for it and failing forward, I think, is a huge mindset that we all need to adopt. I mean, we heard some great keynotes talking about growth mindset, and I think all of that is in line with what we do as technology-rich educators.
Absolutely, and it probably doesn't hurt at all if you wear a flower in your hair.
No, it doesn't hurt at all.
Right. You're awesome. Thanks for all the great work that you do with your kids, but also sharing it with the Q community here. It was great to have you on the show again, and keep up the great work.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, for everybody here at Q 2017, I'm Chris Walsh, and we'll see you soon.